Sometimes I was just thinking now there's this kind of lack of, sometimes we have a lack of ability to almost communicate what is in our heart, this difficulty, this kind of barrier in the flesh between people that, like it says in the Bible, one day we will be known as we are known, or there's this kind of idea of knowing or without, and it seems like just to know something without words, so to say, that I think our desire is to almost put off all, because we have to wear our bodies, we have to wear our skin, and on the face or the surface, you have to pass through so many judgments of maybe what people think or how you look or how you dressed or how your hair is, whatever. And yet there's so much more to the interior of us that we can't seem to communicate so effectively to one another, and even to try and express it in words. And I was thinking, like, because Jesus took on flesh, he was this last communication of God to humanity, to his creation. And I was thinking, you're created, as the scripture says, your creator is your husband. And I was thinking, wow, he made me, like he formed me, he fashioned me, so to say, he created me. And the world seemed like, sometimes I was thinking, like, we try to so hard to be perfect in the flesh, so to say, for society or whatever, and yet the creator of the universe has made us, even in our fragile weakness and our bodies that seem to be corrupted in or hurt so easily, or weak towards the elements, and not so easily sustained by, we have to eat and drink to keep ourselves going, and without it, like if you fast, then you're relying on a kind of spiritual force and knowing that God is the one who sustains you. But yeah, it makes you change the way you act, because you're spending energy, so you just have to rest a bit more, so to say. Yeah, I was just thinking about how we will be known as we are known, and there won't be. It's like when I was saved, it was as if like God knew everything and I couldn't hide it. In the world we want to hide it because maybe the things are so shameful, or like you can't believe. Sometimes you can't believe either the things that happened or the things you did or the things you said. And yet he knows all the things, and yet he still, like, he forgives us, and he still loves us, and he still knows us, and there isn't like a judgment, and like how people, when they, let's say they get sick, when people are sick, or when they're poor or dirty or whatever, we tend to have a, what is the word, we will want to go away from that, in a sense, like when they can't help themselves, or we seem to view this kind of patheticness or whatever. And yet Jesus himself was, in a sense, in a situation where he became almost helpless on the cross, and died. I mean, ultimately life died and came back to life again, and in him we came back to, we received that eternal life. His mortal life was swallowed up, mortality was swallowed up by immortality. And like it says in the scriptures, corruption will put on incorruption, and the earthly tent will put on that eternal body. Like Paul was a tent maker, he used to work with leather, whatever. And yeah, one day we will put off this earthly body, put on the eternal body. This is just a tent. It says that Jesus tabernacled amongst us, in meaning that The tabernacle was just a tent in the wilderness, and that God, we will be with God permanently one day in heaven. But he wasn't with us here in the sense of when he came. Now he is with us permanently when we believe in him. He says, "I'll never leave you nor forsake you." Um, but in the sense of him as just as the Son of God in flesh, um, we don't know him like that anymore, and we also will receive or have already received, but will fully put on immortality in a sense. So we will and have it and understand it more fully.